In today's matchup, we've got a pair of wide receivers who certainly want to be targeted throughout the game. It's Beckham's Giants going up against Watkins' Bills. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Buffalo Bills. Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Shift together here from the D-line. They run with a fifth-round man, Paul Perkins. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. That one goes for 24 yards.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there, but you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
Manning now on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They were looking to find space there for Paul Perkins. And that'll bring up second down. Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Manning to throw on second down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. We're still in search of the first down after that last completion. So the D-line's going to spread out.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Throwing middle, and it's complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
On second down, Perkins. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Brandon, it's early in this one, but Paul Perkins is a guy that I saw play at UCLA. And you know when he did his most damage? Late in the ball game. He's one of those guys that's a high-volume ball carrier and really wears people down and produces big as the game's on the line.
Had some good moments for the Giants this year. Question, though, is he just a complimentary piece going forward, or can he ever be the guy?
I think he can be the guy, but I don't believe the Giants are just going to settle for that. They're going to bring in more competition and make him earn it. I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive. nailed it.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I know the object for us when we call games is to be neutral, but I have to tell you, I'm rooting so hard for Sammy Watkins to have an injury-free next season, just to see everything that he can do and give himself the best opportunity so that we can see it.
Yeah, over the last 2 years, he's missed 11 games. It's tough. The one bright spot for him, though, his Clemson Tigers did win the national championship.
Yeah, I think that's going to give him a little bit of comfort, but what he wants more than anything, a healed foot and a chance to be the #1 receiver he was drafted to be.
And Buffalo wants that, too. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They'll go again to McCoy. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Antoine Blake, the corner, in on the stop. For McCoy this year, 5th time in his 8-year career that he's topped the 1,000-yard mark. Charles, first time he's done it with the Bills, though, finished with 1267.
And he's the type of player that you can build around. And what I mean by that is, as a runner, as a pass catcher, he does a little bit of everything, and he opens up the offense for everyone else around him, the complementary players. But he's a guy, heavy-duty ball carrier. And
Taylor hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Again, it's McCoy. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Left side here, caught by Clay. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. At the end of 1, 7-0 is our score, and we're back to upstate New York after this. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Taylor over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Taylor to throw on second down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he...
So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on fourth down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Manning now to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On third and long, it's Manning. He's got time in the pocket, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
This is fielded at the 27. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Last miss.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again?
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of... On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He lost.
Burst on the scene for me, headed towards his draft year. You know what I saw him doing? Like 50 video.
Athlete.
Absolute athlete. And he uses that agility to slip past guys and make plays in the backfield.
That draft year 2010, 15th overall pick.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here to at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
Oh, nice move. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close.
And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. A reminder coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. A dump off to the flat for Perkins. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing is Manning on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They do go for it. It's Manning. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 16 yards on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Perkins on 1st down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Manning. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And quickly, they get to the line. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The 20. He got 29 yards that time. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides.
Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 93 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Dancing to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. It'll be a gain of 11. And that's going to bring out the 3rd down.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Now Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Throwing Jones. And he's going to go down. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I know the focus is LaShawn McCoy here, but the defense is doing a really nice job. He's nowhere near his normal yardage total in this game.
Yeah, such a prolific rusher. Well up over 6,000 for his career. How have they kept him down?
Well, a lot of gang tackling, getting to the point of attack with a number of people, not creating any creases or cracks for him to find his way through. Because you know, with that agility and vision he has, he can always pop a big run. Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. 10th carry now for McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Bills draw a bit closer.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence.
And he lost the football, and the Bills have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Taylor with a give to McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up. Not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try to open things up in the run game.
That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands,
speed. I mean, can flat-out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
That is caught at the 7-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time job.
So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A chance for us now to look at this Bills defense again. They recovered the fumble last time. 3 turnovers for them in this game. They've been, that word opportunistic comes to mind, right?
Exactly right. And you know guys on defense, they say turnovers. The offensive guys call them turnovers. We call them takeaways. We go get them. And that's exactly what they've done in this game.
The former DB making sure you know their takeaways on the defense.
Takeaways, man.
Second down following the run.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Wide open. It's Marshall complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now Perkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets back now in Buffalo. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. On first down, back to Perkins. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Marshall will be the lone receiver right. Now Manning. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain of the play. And that'll make it a second down. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Manning to throw on second down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. After the interception, here's Taylor. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 12 yards on the pickup, and the Bills are going to have a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now it's Taylor. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. To throw is Taylor. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Taylor now to throw on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
The Bills now making their way back out onto the field. That interception, the last go-around when they were out there, 4 turnovers now for this unit. Pretty impressive.
And how happy are they to actually run back on the field? Most of the time, defenses want to get off the field, but when you picked off 4 passes,
they want to stay out.
They want to stay out there and not just pad their stats, but really give themselves a game to remember and a game to play off of the rest of the season.
And they'll be looking for turnover number 5 now. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Back to throw. He's got time. A dump off to the flat for Perkins. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Perkins on the give for Manning. And that's going to set up a third down and 2.
All the way to the end zone. These short ones still have their clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets it
back. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down. So So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now they're not close to the 1st down.
It's caught. Shepard. 14 yards there on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Fresh set of downs here. He's back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Manning going to give it to Perkins. And now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll look to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is... up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Come on, let's go.
Taylor to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. Hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Hold this.